Right now, two people earn the exact same six-figure salary. One feels rich. The other is quietly panicking 3 days before payday. Overdraft alerts, the credit card creeping up, no idea where it all went. Same income, opposite lives. And here's the part that'll mess with your head. It has almost nothing to do with how much they spend. Nearly half of people earning over $100,000 live paycheck to paycheck. And Goldman Sachs found that even 40% of people making over 300 grand do too. So this isn't a spend less problem. It's something almost nobody names correctly. I spent 8 years as the FP&A analyst whose entire job was keeping companies from running out of cash. And I'll tell you straight, you're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because of a timing problem. Stick with me, and I'll hand you the exact fix. But first, you have to see how a profitable life still goes broke. Start with a fact that sounds impossible. Companies that are profitable, making more than they spend, go bankrupt all the time. Profitable on paper, dead in reality. How? Because profit and cash are not the same thing. A company can be owed a fortune, be up for the year, and still not have the actual dollars in the account on the day the bill is due. That gap between being profitable and having cash when you need it has a name in finance, and it's the exact thing my whole job existed to prevent. And on your six-figure salary, you are living the household version of it right now. Here's how it gets you. Add up your whole year. Your income is bigger than your expenses. On paper, you're winning. You're profitable. But your money doesn't arrive evenly, and your bills don't leave evenly. Your paycheck lands in smooth, predictable chunks. Your expenses come in lumps. The annual insurance premium, the car registration, the quarterly tax bill, the holidays, the surprise dental thing, property tax. So even though the year nets out fine, in any single month, a lump can land that's way bigger than that month's slice of income, and you've got nothing set aside because last month felt fine. That's not overspending. That's a timing mismatch. And it is exactly what bankrupts profitable companies. And this is the cruel part. It feels like a spending problem, so you attack the wrong thing. You cancel subscriptions. You feel guilty about lunch. You make a stricter budget every January, full of resolve. And it doesn't work. Because the budget assumes your money behaves smoothly. And it doesn't. You're trying to fix a plumbing leak by drinking less water. The leak was never your spending. It's the timing. Which means the standard advice, just budget, just spend less, is treating the symptom. Hold that thought, because the real fix is almost the opposite of what you'd guess. So how does a real company, with lumpy bills far scarier than yours, never get caught short? 2 tools, and both are stealable. The first is a cash flow forecast. A CFO doesn't just look at the year, they map out week by week when money comes in and when it goes out, so they can see the lump coming in March before it ever lands. They're never surprised, because surprise is the enemy. The second is working capital, a deliberate buffer of cash that sits there for one job, to absorb the timing mismatches, so a bad month never becomes a crisis. Companies guard this number obsessively. Most households have none. You've got a 6-figure income and 0 working capital. That's the whole problem in one sentence. So let's build you the household version. 3 steps. Step 1, stop budgeting by the month and start forecasting the year. Write down every lumpy, non-monthly bill you know is coming. Insurance, taxes, registration, gifts, the predictable surprises. Add them up and divide by 12. That number is what those lumps actually cost you every month, even the months they don't hit. Step 2, and this is the move almost nobody makes. Give each of those a home before it's due. The pros call them sinking funds. Call them whatever you like. Every month, that 1/12 quietly moves into a separate account. So when the big bill lands, the money is already sitting there waiting. You're not scrambling. You're not finding it. It was always going to be there. Step 3, build the buffer. 1 month of expenses in its own account doing one job, catching the timing mismatch. That's your household working capital. Quick honest note, This is general education, not personalized financial advice. But the math here is just arithmetic. And here's where it clicks. Because once you do this, something strange happens to how rich even feels. The person who feels broke on 100 grand and the person who feels comfortable on the same 100 grand aren't separated by income or even by discipline. They're separated by whether their money is forecast or just reactive. One sees the lumps coming and has already parked the cash. The other gets ambushed by the same predictable bills every single year and calls it bad luck. It was never bad luck. It was an unmanaged timing problem. And the good news is, timing problems get fixed with a spreadsheet, not a sacrifice. So here's the one question that fixes the whole thing. The same one I'd ask in any boardroom. Not, am I spending too much, but do I know exactly when my money comes in, when it goes out, and is there a buffer between them? If you can't answer that, you're not bad with money. You're flying blind on the timing. Map the lumps. Give each one a home before it's due. Build the 1-month buffer. Do that, and your income finally starts to feel like the number on your paycheck. Because for the first time, the cash is there when you actually need it. Same salary, completely different life. Quick gut check before you go, and I genuinely want to know, what's the lumpy bill that ambushes you every single year? The one you somehow forget every time? Drop it in the comments, I read them, and I'll pin the most relatable one. And if you want the FP&A breakdown on the money stuff nobody explains right, the actual mechanics, not the hype, subscribe, because that's the whole point of this channel. Now go map your lumps before the next one lands.